Hi, it's Brittany with Lectin Free Kitchen, and today I'm going to talk to you about salads and different ways that you can actually bring some creativity and a little bit of zest and flavor and maybe something new to your regular salad routine. I know for myself, I get so bored and tired of salads. I get to the point where I literally am like, if I have one more salad, I will maybe puke. I just don't want another salad at all. And that is because there is salad burnout. I think that we've all experienced that before. And one of the reasons why you may have experienced that is because they can get really boring. Most of the time, people will automatically reach for spinach or something like romaine for the base of your salad. And while those are both really good for you and very easy to get from the grocery store, there are a few downsides to those two greens as well. Spinach, for example, can actually wilt and go bad really quickly. That is one of my biggest pet peeves. I cannot eat bad spinach. It is just like one of those things for me, and it does go bad really quickly. So one thing you can do if that happens is actually just, if you're starting to see your spinach is going bad, quickly throw it in the freezer so that you can save it for smoothies or put it in a pan with some vegetables later on down the road. But that's one of the reasons why you may want to start moving away from spinach when it comes to your salads and incorporating in a lot of other delicious leafy greens that you can use as a base for your salad. One of my absolute favorites is actually butter lettuce. I know it may sound unhealthy, it has butter in the name of it, but let's just remember that those healthy fats are actually really good for us. And there is not butter in butter lettuce, but it's kind of creamy and soft, which is one of the reasons why it's so good. It's full of flavor, and I actually think it brings something really special to your salads. It's a bright green, it's a really, delicious leaf. Don't use a heavy dressing if you're doing butter lettuce. You'll want to keep it really light, maybe just with some vinegar and a little bit of extra virgin olive oil and some salt and some pepper, maybe some lemon juice. That's certainly a really delicious dressing that you can use on your butter lettuce. But let's remember, salads can be anything that you want them to be. You can probably grab anything from your fridge, whether that's olives or Parmesan cheese or pine nuts or walnuts, whatever it is, grab those from your fridge and start throwing them into your salads. You could do some blueberries if they're in season, or some pomegranate seeds. There are really just coconut shavings. I mean, there are so many things you can add to your salad to really just start spicing them up. Another great alternative to the normal lettuce leaf is kale. Kale can be very good. It can be a little tough sometimes, so you'll want to make sure you tenderize it. And how you can do that is you'll get all the leaves off the stems, make sure you wash everything well, and then you'll want to shred them into bite-sized pieces. You'll toss that with olive oil, some salt and pepper, some lemon juice, and you'll actually want to massage that into your kale leaves, and that will make them a lot softer and a lot easier to eat as well. Another great alternative is arugula. I personally love arugula salads, especially during summer. I actually went to a cooking class a few years ago, and they had the most delicious arugula salad on their menu that I learned how to make, and we've made it ever since. What it is it's basically a pesto arugula salad. So it includes basil and pine nuts and olive oil and some salt and some pepper, and you can get some really good cheese, whether that's goat cheese or whatever, and blend that into a delicious pesto dressing, and then sprinkle that on top of your arugula. Toast some pine nuts and sprinkle that into, and top it with some Parmesan Reggiano, and you're going to have the most delicious summer salad that you can serve when guests are coming over or as a little side dish to your homemade pasta. It's really one of my absolute favorites that my family gets really excited about when we have that the few times in the year that we do, and I wish we made it more because it's so good. Another alternative, and they're actually becoming quite popular now, is Brussels sprout salads. You can actually buy pre-made Brussels sprout salads now from your local grocery store, which is great to save you time. You don't have to worry about peeling all of your Brussels sprouts and cleaning them, throwing away the pieces that are brown. They have ones that you can just buy pre-made now, or you can make them your own, but you'll basically want to do the shavings of your Brussels sprouts. You can actually get a Brussels sprout and shave it against a cheese grater, or just chop them up really softly as long as you cut off those end pieces. But toss that in some olive oil, really add anything that you want to it, and it's going to be delicious. My last recommendation for salads, and this is an absolute favorite that my family has all the time, is cabbage. I love cabbage, particularly when we're making coleslaw. And I know when you think of coleslaw, you think of the full of mayonnaise, creamy type of coleslaw, which can be very delicious if you're using an approved mayonnaise, but I personally love a vinegar-based coleslaw. We'll make coleslaw all the time with some ACV, apple cider vinegar, some white vinegar, and really any other vinegar that we have in our pantry. That can be red wine vinegar, it can be a special vinegar that you bought from a vinegar store. There are just so many different types out there. So we'll throw all of that into our slaw after we dice it up. We'll throw some lemon juice in there, some salt, some pepper, some cayenne. We'll mix that up and then we'll let it sit, and it's so delicious. We'll have that sometimes with our pasture raised and finished sausages. We'll top that with some mustard, and it's really delicious. So that's a great way to get in your cruciferous vegetables. It's crunchy, so it adds a different texture to your meal, but you're really getting in those healthy nutrients that you may be missing by no longer eating salads. Those are a few of our recommendations. We have so many more like this in our website, in our membership course. Certainly, send us a message or check out our link if you're interested in getting any of those recipes or checking them out, because that is one thing I'm super passionate about: making the Plant Paradox diet easy and accessible and doable, and really opening up your food options, because it can feel so restrictive, but it doesn't need to be. It can be delicious and colorful and fruitful and full of variety, and that's what we're here to share with you today.